All right. So today's topic, I just wanted to flow. Um, is gratitude is your saving grace. Um, the reason why I chose that today when I was out, I um I was sitting at a tree that normally don't have like flowers or anything. It normally looks dead or like everything is just like nothing is there. Um so when my daughter's in her meeting, I'm sitting at this tree or I normally lay on the ground and it was these yellow flowers this time all over the tree. And as you know, like I've been going through hell. I hate to say it like that, but I've been going through like hell for the past couple of months since we've been back in the States. And it was just confirmation to me um, that everything that I wanted, that I desired as far as coming back home or coming back to Florida, the reason why things aren't aligning is because I didn't express gratitude for the ask. So I received it. I wanted to come back so bad. Um, and again, I was intentional about everything that I wanted to do, but not necessarily intentional about how I wanted everything to flow. And with that being said, um, I felt like God and my angels and the universe was just telling me, we gave you everything that you wanted. We supplied you with everything that you needed. And yet you didn't appreciate it enough. So therefore, you have to sit and learn to be okay with the things that you have, especially if it's the things that you truly desire and wanted it. Does that make sense?
Um, yeah, it do to a point, and I understand that. But elaborate a little bit more because I want to make sure my thoughts are what I really truly mean to say.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So back when we were traveling in South America, I missed my family so much. I missed you. I missed what I thought was community. I felt like I was missing something back in the States. And so I literally prayed to come back to Florida just to finish loose ends. Because I feel as if I always start my projects. You know, I wanted to do my art show. I wanted to get my youth programs off the floor. I wanted to get my products really selling, get them in the stores and things like that. So I really, really felt like I needed to be home in order to do so. Although I was doing those things in South America, something just was pulling on my heartstrings to be here. So, I just was asking, I'm like, if I need to be in Florida at this present moment, show me I need to be in Florida. And when I say everything was aligning up from finding a place, um, to getting plane tickets, at a low cost, just everything was aligning. And then when we got here, I was excited, but because my family, that live with me, just my children, my husband, because everybody was dreading being here, it then made me not appreciate the blessing of receiving all of the things that we were able to obtain when we got here. So, because I wasn't living in gratitude or being thankful for having all of the things aligned for me to be here, for us to get here safely, being able to get a car, every material thing that you can think of aligned in place. But because I didn't appreciate them, then it feels as if, when you're getting bombarded or hit, because it's like, how dare you not appreciate the gifts that I'm giving you? How dare you not treasure and value the life that I set up for you if this is what you asked for? It's like a child. if they're asking you, mommy, I want candy, I promise I'll be good. Then you buy them the candy, and then all of a sudden they do the total opposite of what they said they were going to do. So it's almost as if I didn't uphold my bargain or uphold my side of the deal, but yet I got everything that I wanted.
I find that to be if you, I find that to be, well, if you're dealing with the universe,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and then your spirit guides and your spiritual shadows that help you along this journey. I don't feel that there's a punishment behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's that's my feeling. I
Mm-hmm.
think, and to hear that the kids and the husband didn't want to come back to the U.S. Um, it's saying, okay, so was this a conversation that was sat down, that you all sat down and agreed upon? Are you just that engine that controls this train?
No, it was actually something agreed upon because getting, I got into the art show. So, um, I got the announcement that I got in the art show when we were in Brazil.
Oh,
And
okay.
this was like a major thing because I've always wanted to be in Miami Art Week. So it was
Okay.
just so
So
funny.
actually, that's what you really came back to Florida for.
So well, not to get into personal aspects, but also there were some things that were said that if I didn't bring, my children back, I kind of
Okay.
didn't. I was in a bind. You get what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Okay.
Versus the happy part is the art show and wanting to do my business and again wanting to see my family. But the other aspect of it is there were some legalities that I needed to,
Take
wrap
care
up.
of. Okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And that's part of life.
Mhm.
That is part of life. Everything, we have free will, but everything ain't willingly free.
Yes.
So there are rules and boundaries that we must adhere to.
Absolutely.
So in doing so, you're not in this world alone. So every consideration has to be given as one, as a family, as a whole. And you and your husband is the head of this flock. So those little chickens that need to just follow, and they'll understand later what it is, and why they have why things have to be the way they are.
Mhm.
But at the same time, their feelings and concerns and personalities you have to deal with. Um, I maybe you're so caught up in trying to make sure the kids are okay that they're not feeling really bad, or you feeling bad because they're not happy.
Mhm.
Um, to me, your purpose on earth is not to make them happy. Your purpose on earth is to raise them, guide them in a direction that they can flourish from. And that's when they become happy. No kid is happy about you taking away their toys. They're not happy about going to sleep when you say, okay, you really need to go to bed right now.
Mhm.
Okay. So, but you want happy kids. And so you try to meet somewhere in the middle, but they're soon understand. And then when certain things happen, you say, now see, this is why. You're taking the time to say, this is why I had to do this. This is why we did this. Now, do you see the benefit?
Mhm.
And only then they can really see it. And sometimes they don't see it until they reached a certain age to see just really what was going on. They don't really see it because they're kids, their mind, everything is still growing.
Mhm.
So, as far as you saying you wasn't grateful, it's possible. You just got so tied up in, you're human. You're on this earth.
Right.
You're on this earth. You're not perfect.
Right.
So you got over inundated on trying to do all the right things, was beneficial for you and for the family, trying to make everybody else happy. And then there is this other situation where it says, you got to do it this way. I refuse to see you happy. You must do it this way. So you're not. being on Butch block what I call it, Booker's blotter, you came back and did the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
So and then that, I think you were just emotionally, I feel that you were just overwhelmed. It's a lot. That's
Yeah.
not like going to Chicago and coming back.
Oh
It's a
no.
lot. It's a lot. And then you had a new baby. It's a lot. And I think part of it, you may have forgotten to where you were showing gratitude all during the day before, and then and getting in that you're happy to get into a home. Oh, good, look what we got. Oh, thankful. But sometimes I think we get over inundated with everyday life,
Mm-hmm.
trying to make sure everything is right for everybody else until we forget about ourselves. And this is where the self-care come in, because if you were still taking that time to do self-care, you would have remembered to be grateful. Because that third deep breath would have said, oh man, I don't have to pack anymore. But I got to
Yeah.
unpack the suitcases, I got to unpack the boxes, but I don't have to guess what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that, and I think we have a forgiving God. I'm just so grateful, and He understands. And the fact that we should never forget, though, that God knows our heart. He knows what our intentions are, and He knows who you are. He already knew you were gonna go through this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of saying, okay, let me wait to see if she's gonna catch up on herself. When they see you're not really able to catch up on yourself and on your energy, and you're still spinning in that circle, then He
Man.
says, okay, let me get one of the spirit guys to tap you on the shoulder, whisper in your ear, you're losing yourself. Hey, you're losing yourself. Hey, wake up, turn around.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually something there to come along and push you down like it did me, remember? When I
Yep.
wasn't listening.
And I told you to slow down.
Mhm. Some other people, and I kept saying, I am, but I'm gotta finish this. I'm trying to make sure everybody's stable and everybody is happy until it, it just, yeah, until I just it pushed me down and said, okay, now what you gonna do? You gonna
Mm-hmm.
hop around?
Yeah.
Or you gonna sit here and take care of yourself?
Yeah.
So I really think that, and you shouldn't feel so bad about that, and just ask for forgiveness and forgive yourself for allowing yourself to get into that mode. We're not perfect, babe. We're allowed to make mistakes,
Yeah.
and that's what they are, mistakes. But the mistakes you continue to make over and over and never change, and looking for something new, no, it don't happen that way. So I feel that during that time you had a lot going on. I find you to be a person that you have a lot going on in your mind, and I think sometimes you really think you tell me things. You have mentioned something, but I really realize that you don't come back and reiterate and give me details on a situation.
That's because I think you can get it telepathically. We supposed to be here. And my
I
mind could be sitting on a retreat in a dream somewhere.
Yeah, it telepathically stays in my mind that you told me that, but I'm saying I'm gonna wait till she come back. I'm waiting. I'm like, I don't want to step up in front of her because I know she got kids. I know that. So that's the same thing. We
Yeah.
human.
Yeah.
I take into consideration the fact that you are human. You are a mother and a wife with kids, girls of all things, and
Yes.
one boy.
Hmm.
That's a lot to try to keep focused and keep everybody lined up, and that's enough to really uh, get you almost to forget about yourself, because you do want to make sure they're not making mistakes that they definitely can avoid.
Yeah.
And that's a full time overtime. It's an overtime job, uh, and because you don't have like one or two kids,
Hmm.
so I would say, you ask for the forgiveness, and you just start showing gratitude. Just show gratitude and just be happy. That's all the universe wants you to do. That's it.
Hmm.
Don't want you to say, oh, I didn't do this. Oh, you punished me. No, because if they were punishing you, you couldn't. once you got the place, the came back and got into the location, things wouldn't have still went along smoothly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you would have been punished. You were like, okay, you got here now. Oh no, you finna be one of those. Okay, we're gonna shut you off. No,
Yeah.
the universe don't do you like that. They give you time to catch yourself,
Yeah.
and then you'll be ever so grateful and thankful for that time that you were given to correct what it is that need to be corrected, and realize that our angels and our guides are our helpers. That's what they're there for. They were tapping you on the shoulder, but nah, you had to go out there and get your latte so you couldn't hear them.
That's when I hear them. Thank you.
Yeah, but once you get it and you get back to the house, you're like, oh, okay. You get into
Feeling it.
yeah, you get into that mommy mode.
Yeah.
So what you really, I feel will come to me is that you should ask Archangel Chamuel to help you with your next steps. Ask them to help you. Okay, what is my next step? Okay, I did this. What's my next step? And they will remind you of what.
Hmm.
Okay, this is what you need to do. You got different journeys, and you're getting older,
Yeah.
and you may need to use your technology, your phone, and say, okay, this is a to-do list, and make your list and check it off. So, and what I have on my one of my watches is like I have to remind myself to drink water. And so it buzzes. And then when it buzzes, I take that time to do three deep breaths and just say thank you, look around what's going on. And
Hmm.
I'm sure you do this though. We have our prayers, and before we go to bed, we go to sleep, lay our head down. We're thankful for everything that went on today, even if it didn't go right. Like, okay, I know there's a lesson in there somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it's a thankful um, like today, but because say for instance today I got up early as usual and waiting on the helper to come, and I was going to redo my east side of the house and lay and pull those old pavers up and straighten out the land and put new pavers down so it's level and I'm not tripping over the stones. And then and I looked at it, and every time I stood up and thankful that I could stand straight up because I was in so much pain that I just took those three deep breaths, and I was just so thankful. And each step, that phase that we got through with the project, I was just so thankful. I was just
Hmm.
constantly saying thankful, thank you. So I
Hmm.
think that sometimes we just kind of get back into that. And what annoys me the most with some people, I have a friend that does that, and that does this, and it annoys me. And they figure if they call on God's name and every little breath that they don't got through gossiping, they call on their name. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm like, why are you calling on their name in vain? Oh, I'm
Right.
not gonna. They say you got to call on them for help. Do you understand what it is to call in vain?
Right. Yeah.
So, but basically, our Heavenly Father send us helpers. That's what they're there for. And from my research, that's how I understand it. Is our angels, our guides are there as to help us, but as you know, they cannot
Intercede
do
without.
anything.
Yep. Demanding and calling.
Right, exactly. You have to ask for their help. So,
Mm.
they'll give you that nudge, like, okay, I wouldn't go there if I were you. Think about this, what you're finna do. They give you that nudge, make you think. But as far as moving that out of your way, and see you finna trip, no, you ain't paying attention.
And
No,
you
you
know
don't.
what I
But you already know it. But you think you're gonna do it, and I think I can get by with this, and they're like, I wouldn't do that.
yeah. And see that's kind of what reminded me today with the yellow flowers, the solar plexus. It made me think of my intuition. And like you said with that nudge, it was a reminder that how often we tend to second guess and go against ourselves when we already know the answers.
Well,
So
I'm the queen of second guessing. You always going on me, and I'm getting so
exactly.
much better with the second guessing.
But we don't always need that because we got a divine knowing.
Mhm.
And that was my confirmation today. It was like, if I tell everybody that everything always works out, and I know for myself that everything always works out, then where did this doubt come about? Like with the gratitude situation, the reason why I was second guessing is because every time I felt like I was going forward, it was almost as if somebody picked up an ice ball and just smacked me right back down. Um, Especially from the transition, I would say this transitional year has been extreme to me. It's been one extreme to the next. Uh like from 2025, there was some great things, and then like the great things that happen, and then it's like, oh, this is too good, let me throw an ice ball, smack you with it, see if you gonna get back up again, you gonna get back up again, or what's gonna happen to the point where you can fold. But then I had to think about it. I'm like, is the fold meaning rest, or is the fold meaning giving up? Because there was points where I know my body needed rest, but then the rest felt like I was giving up. It's like a, I don't know, they use the term double entendre, or it's like some type of weird domino effect where I feel it's not okay for me to rest, but I know I need rest, but I know I need to get things done. And I know, like you say, that's the human aspect, and that's also the aspect of being a mother and a wife. Like, it's ingrained in us that we have to get things done, and we have to get it done in a certain time frame, or I'm not succeeding, or I'm not being proactive, I'm not being productive. And so, with all of these things transitioning and happening, it was almost as if I couldn't transform it into a positive quick enough to make me even appreciate the lesson within everything that was happening, because it's just, as time is speeding up with the frequency of the earth and all of these things, it's just like, whoa, how can I keep up? Whoa. you know and so that's why it came into question is, am I appreciating everything, every second, every breath, every moment, because it's going so fast? Am I missing anything? And if I am missing anything, it's not that I'm being naive to the fact. It's literally that time is going so fast that I don't even know. This is the first time I can say that I don't even know if I'm keeping up. That's the reality of things. Like right now, it's 9 o'clock. Where the heck did time go? It is 9 o'clock.
Mm.
And I feel as if I just messaged you this morning sending you a happy, there's times even when I wake up and I know I messaged you. And then I'm looking in the messages like, why haven't she messaged me yet? Oh, I never pressed send. You like
I've
I'll
done
be
that.
record whole voice messages. I mean, elaborate voice messages. And I'm like, I know I was talking about some good points in here. Why haven't she messaged me yet? Looks at the phone. Oh, I never pressed in. Or sometime I'll be talking and I've never even pressed record.
Hmm.
You know, and so it's just like, are we keeping up with the times and being thankful and gratitude, or are we missing something? Not necessarily missing, but when they say cross all your dot your I's and cross your T's, and not make sure everything, and from the, I'm not gonna blame the retrograde because now these have just become a fad, but it's just the time literally is going faster than my mind and body can wrap.
Um, as far as the time is concerned, it's like I was speaking to someone and I was in a workshop and I just had to ask the question. It wasn't around the subject, but I
Mhm.
was so overwhelmed in the time, be, be, like between after February, I mean after January going into February, and I was like, And I'm no, you know me, I'm normally up like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm usually in the yard and doing whatever, but now I'm like dragging. But okay, I look at the clock and normally I've been have done everything outside and came back in, and I'm resting by 10 o'clock.
Mhm.
But like you say, right now was I was sitting in the meeting tonight, and I was like, okay, what time is it? What time is it? You know, because my body
Yeah.
was feeling like, okay, it's time for you to get ready for bed. And so, but the time, and then like we got out this morning and we were working, so I'm like, okay, what I did to, to make it feel like I'm keeping up. I'm within the time realm because it just flies by me, and I was just feeling so weird. I'm like, is it me? I just felt weird, like something's wrong with me. So I was acting in the workshop. I'm like, is it me? Does anybody else feel like the time is just flying by?
Yeah.
Because I remember when I used to send my greetings in the morning for a couple of weeks. My cousin, when I was sending it out, and she was like, I don't know what you smoking, but this is not this day. This day already passed. You know, so if it's like it's I'm thinking it's Monday and it's already Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because when I get up in the morning, of course I get up, I'm like, okay, what I got to do today? I thank God, and I do whatever I'm gonna do in the morning before I start moving about. And in my mind, it got to where I had to ask myself, what day is it?
Mhm.
I thought it was just me, you know, and getting aged.
No.
And so I'm like, so I had to ask because it was really, really bothering me. And she just burst out and started laughing, like, oh, so somebody else is noticing this too.
Mhm.
And it's, of course, this has all things to do with science, the moon and the atmosphere and where everything is high up, everything is moving,
Yeah.
and
Like.
we're at warp speed. So it's like we're losing a day per week, you know.
Mhm.
So and that's what it is. So the earth is going into a transformation. So
Uh-huh.
what we have to do, and what I do now, I honestly have to rely on my phone. I set alarm. I say, give me a 30-minute timer. So if I'm cleaning an area, I like, okay, I know I got 30 minutes. So I keep that time on my mind in order for me to stay on time, whatever I'm doing. Because other
Mhm.
than that, I can be just um, in the shower and I come out. It's like 45 minutes. No, I know
Yeah.
I wouldn't be there that long.
Right.
That kind of thing. So if like the other morning I got up to meditate around 5, and when I got through,
It was like 7.
it was 7.
Yeah.
It was 7 o'clock. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Really? Did I fall asleep? Did I go in a daze or something? And sometimes I have to ask myself, was I in a daze that the time went by so fast and I just lose all track of time?
Yeah.
So it's just this transformation that we're in and going through that I felt good after
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know after confronting that, and the others were saying, yeah, I noticed that too. And so now I hear people also on television talking about how the time go by so fast.
Mhm.
So I just, now what I do, rather than letting it bother me or anything like that, throw me off my game. I'm like, okay, so I know if I get up this certain time, I set my clock, or I set a schedule for myself to do certain amount of things at a certain time. So I feel like I've done something for that day.
Mhm.
Because sometimes I can be sitting here, and once I get my coffee, I'm just sitting here for a minute and thinking about things, and
And the
next thing
day
I
goes.
know, it's 10 o'clock. It's noon. And I'm like, I couldn't have been sitting here that long.
Do you
And
think potentially that like the universe is preparing us to not follow time as far as man-made time goes, but to follow the time of how the life cycle actually is? So your body should be rising with the sun. Your body should be going down when the sun is going down. You should be winding down. I don't know if you noticed too. This is this is random, but they just started selling back fluorescent lights. Did you know that? So like you no longer have to get the super bright like this one that's in my room right now that's blinding me. If we wasn't doing this, I would just have my soft lamp on. But now you can actually buy the light bulbs that we used to have, the soft yellow light bulbs
I'm
back in
so
the day.
glad. I'm so
Yeah,
glad
me too.
because I can't stand these new lights, the LED things here. I can't stand. They bothers my eyes. I cannot see as well with these lights. I'm not turned on anyway, so I don't really burn a lot of lights. But I'm trying to read something across the room. I gotta
You
turn on every
got
light. Like now, I have I'm sitting right next to a lamp. I have the ceiling fan going on, but the lighting is not that great.
yeah.
So yeah. So I'm glad, but actually, I honestly been looking for them. I'm like, went into like antique shops or whatever, but I did find an old fashioned
Yeah.
bulb when I
Oh.
went into a thrift store, and
Uh-huh.
the bulb was in the lamp.
It worked.
So just so happened I needed the lamp because I was looking for a type of light to go on the wall to go right over me, and it had an old fashioned bulb in it. Of course, I bought that lamp. That
Yeah.
lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, now you go to Home Depot and you can get them. They got them at Home Depot. They are a little costly though. It's
yeah, I
like
saw that.
$6 to $7.
I saw that, and but I thought they were tricking, and so I'm like, I think they were $9 and change for four.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I saw that, and I'm like, that look like a regular bulb. I know they ain't tricking me. So, um, saying that, someone, a guru,
Mm-hmm.
said, said before, and he used to travel. I'm trying to think of his name. I used to listen to him a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and he was saying that how people should revert back to always remember the past and the way we used to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Because he said he understand technology. Oh, this is new, everything new. He said, but look at everything that's been created new in the last century or so. It's for the good. It helps speed up work. It helps you with something, but
Automation.
then it has three or four faults before it's over with.
Yeah.
And he said that's just part of man. I mean, God give men the smarts to do things, but it's not well thought out as it should be. And what we're finding out, what we used to deal with back in the day, is usually really better, is the better opt, because the new fangled gadgets are causing either pollution or some kind of disease, something like that. I was just watching um, this program on YouTube, and it was about the cars, the luxury cars, and the cars, especially the EV cars, which I always felt that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Um, that the value these people are losing on these new cars because all this newfangled stuff they're putting in to the
Mm-hmm.
vehicle. Because he did set guru, so that's his name. So what he was saying to back in the day when you bought a Ford, they told you how it ran, what kind of engine you had, the brakes and the mechanics of it. And
Yeah.
now when they spotlight a vehicle, they're telling you how sleek it looks, the colors and the little toys that's inside of it. They're not really telling you a whole lot of nothing of how
And
this
when that battery go out, the charge time, how often you got to charge it, and the radiation is emitting in your body as you driving it. Let's not forget about that, and just
so
everything is test dummy.
yeah.
Really.
So, but that's who we are now.
Mm.
Well, that's the way the world mostly is because I don't follow every newfangled thing there is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because what I try to tell my family and friends now is where we're living at and how things are going. Pay attention to your finances. Pay attention to the banking. And these wars affect many instances in our daily lives,
Yes.
and we don't know when whatever's going to happen. But Do like the folks did, our ancestors did when things were gone. They never gave up everything they had. If they sowed seeds or crops, they kept some put away somewhere, so
Mm-hmm.
that if something happened, that they could go back and use it, and go and use it the old fashioned way. Thanks, for instance, like me, I still have scrub board. I don't have a problem because I grew up like that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
there's the young people. I can say I don't have to be just the young ones. Don't know how to wash their clothes by hand. You
Uh-huh.
have and now that they're talking about, if you ever notice on the TV now, a lot of the products are on TV. They're saying what brands are not good, what has formaldehyde in it. You really now need to do research before using and eating food.
Yep.
How much it still have the what is this formaldehyde, and there's the what
All
the
these synthetic
cyanide.
dyes.
Cyanide.
Oh
A lot
God.
of products still have a cyanide, like even your baby food, but the FDA allowed a certain amount per milligram, but now they're not really checking the foods as much as they did before. They're talking about the rice and things like that, how much cyanide, and if you want, where not to buy rice, what brands not to buy.
Oh
So
God.
um, so I don't know if it's kind of like a ploy to gear what you said, a campaign, a marketing
Mm-hmm.
propaganda to keep you from buying certain products and just gear to one. But it's worth you to do your research,
We
because what we're seeing, there's more cancer than ever before. There's more crazy, outrageous diseases now,
mm-hmm.
meaning, that attacks your body, your cells, and things like that. And so I'm like, where did this come from? Why is this so rare?
You know what? To speak on that, you can kind of tell after you eat something. Like, and not to turn it back to me, but my body does not digest sugar well anymore. For the past, and I'm talking about like turbinado, raw cane sugar, not just your white bleach sugar, anything like that. The past couple of weeks, and I was gonna call and ask you this. Whenever I eat something that's like heavy in sugar, um, and I'm talking about carbohydrates, fruits, anything like that, I get heart palpitations.
Hmm.
Um, I've been getting heart palpitations, and then now I can't even eat bread. Like the breads and things that I used to be able to eat, I cannot eat. I force myself to still drink my coffee because I like my coffee, but now I'm starting to taste chemicals. Um, anything that I eat, I can now taste a chemical, and it either tastes like a perfume, or you ever licked acetone by accident? Not
No.
licked it, but you clean your nail or something, and then
Yeah.
you accidentally go like this, and it's like, eh, right?
Mm.
Like, I was eating something the other day, and I just was like, what the heck is this? Especially when you used to fruits, fresh fruits from here, definitely from Florida. Like I'm used to eating quiniquas and leches and all of that stuff, and it not having a weird flavor. We had got some fresh, they were supposed to be fresh, leches, which was in season. And when I tell you, I'm not even gonna say they was bad because they was the right color. Everything was perfect. They was looking perfect. They smelled amazing. As soon as we bit into them, tastes just like pennies.
Wow, it's copper.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, yeah, it's just weird. Even going to
like
places like Whole Foods, these so-called herbal stores.
yeah.
Now I find like Trader Joe's, what they call it, K. Rogers. Um, they own products in their own name. Some of them,
Mhm.
some of the products has a lot of chemicals in them. I was trying to think of, because what had me started looking is that I had an issue with my hair after I had my surgery. So I'm thinking, okay, it's come from, being put under and da 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 da.
Uh huh.
And then after a while, it just start coming out of my hand. So I'm like, okay, what have I put on my hair that that's making it just come out? I mean, like in balls. And so, and I was just talking to myself. I'm like, I need to know what's going on because it was bothering me a lot. And then I just happened to see something on TV, and I said I was guided there and on the YouTube because I told you once a week I sit down and I do research
Mm-hmm.
on things. But this happened to pop up, and it's early in the morning. I said, okay, let me watch it. But the way this scientist explained the certain products, and I
Mm-hmm.
believe that, and but he's so I think it was in the honestly, I think it was one was in the it's not a dye because I said I would never dye my hair again. It's called bluing. It's a shimmers. And what it does is takes the yellow out of your hair, and it
Right.
gives it that little bluing or grayish look to it. I mean, a
Right.
purple look to it.
Uh-huh.
Because what it does is neutralize that old brassy yellow after you gray.
Uh-huh.
And what it has in it is a chemical called can't pronounce the name itself, but if you ever see this in your shampoos and your lotions, it's called DMDM. And I explained
So,
this to my hairdresser, and he says what it does is formaldehyde, embalming fluid.
what?
It's embalming fluid because when you look it up, I took it to my hairdresser and I was telling him about it.
Uh-huh.
And
Look,
so,
now I'm looking at stuff.
yeah, so he stopped, did what you do. He stopped and he looked it up. He when he pulled the products, he was putting on black hair.
Uh-huh.
And he said, "Yeah, I see that." Then he looked it up. He stopped everything he was doing, and I had to wait. And he said, "You absolutely right." He said, "Yeah, because what it is, they trying to new and improve, new and improve. Watch these products; they continue to be new and improve. Because
Mm-hmm.
what it is, they put in there. Because I told him, I say that bottle looks like it's been changed, but I researched it. The company is saying no, it's the same product. We just changed the design of the bottle and whatever. But what that DMDM is embalming fluid because
Oh
that
my.
what gives that hair, give your hair that shine and stays on the hair for 3 days or so. When you wash your hair, come it gives you that real straight and shine to it.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's definitely in hair colors. And he was saying that what happens, the scientist says what happened. Now you're not gonna see it right away. You're not gonna see it next week. You're
Right.
not gonna even see it for probably a month, and then you're gonna all start seeing hair come out in your hand. And every time you comb, you're gonna have a wad of hair, because what it is that embalming fluid is in there and just snapping off.
Now what happened to how Florida, New York, and everybody jumping on this bandwagon about it's illegal to do the red dye 40 and all of these things, and we no longer are accepting all of these preservatives and stuff like that in the products. So what you're really saying is you're just renaming it. Cause in so many words, that's what you just said.
Hmm.
Like, so y'all telling us y'all not putting it in, but you just renamed it and you still putting formaldehyde, which is an embalming fluid, in living people, and you're doing it.
So this is mostly in your lotions and your the someone, but it's mostly in your hair products. Because
Uh-huh.
the people like, oh, this they wash the hair, and then you ever see it on commercial, and it's
Yeah,
so shiny and straight. It's I look at that shine and whatever. That's embalming fluid.
yeah, but the minute you hit warm and hot water, your pores are opening up. So the minute it open, your whole body is ingesting it.
Hmm. So with my research, I found this out, and so I said, okay, it is my duty to spread this word. And
Yeah,
I say, well, I'm not going to tell you. I want you to look it up and see what that ingredient is.
and
So it's
I
not me
am.
just talking about a product. It's written on your ingredients, and you take the time and you look it up. AI will tell you it's balm. He said, "You so right. It's embalming fluid."
Yeah,
Now, what the FDA may say about that is, oh, but they're allowed to put a percentage of, but they're not checking for the percentage. that these people are putting in their product,
Mm.
so they're not checking it. So, and what I'm finding that, and because there's one hair product I told you when I was doing hair, I
Yeah.
love that product because that was almost
Don't
like
name it for legal purposes.
yeah, it would detangle
Uh-huh.
my hair and it makes it so soft and da da da. I looked on there and I'm like, oh my goodness, yeah.
They got it
I
too.
cannot blame. I don't. But see, then what I look at also, and I want everyone to understand, pay attention to the product you're buying. And if it worked well for you, find out if this product has been sold to another company.
There we go.
Whenever a product is sold to another company because they know it's a good money maker, they take it and they're not using the pure ingredients that made this product famous.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking it and thinning out to get the most out of for the same
Yeah.
amount for more money. So that is something that I'm so cautious on right now. To you won't even believe.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So it's like we see like Wonder Bread, things like that, and I went to the store. Normally I don't eat white bread, but I was like, okay, I don't too lazy to go someplace. I just want make a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
When I opened that bread, it has such a foul smell to it.
Oh,
And
good.
more of a chemical smell.
Uh-huh.
Bread should not smell at all, but fresh, but smell like bread. That's what it should
Right.
smell like. But
Like
this
you.
bread, and it's tasted exactly the way it smelled. So I just threw it out. I don't know what where this was or how it was packed, but this is foul.
You know what? Let me tell you something else. So, I love me some glasses, right? I just got these. You see, they got a yellow tint, which is
Yeah.
weird because my white ones, I have the same exact glasses, right? But these are 5 or 6 years old. They have
Mhm.
an amber tint. For some reason, I ordered an amber tint and they sent me some yellow tint, right? I wore these yellow tint outside, wore 'em for a whole day. Do you know when I walked in the house, I went blind?
It's possible.
Something with these glasses, I can't wear them, has something to do with the color. First of all, it's supposed to be blockers. I already know blockers are bad for your eyes because of whatever they put in the lens, the contact, all of that. You should always request not to do blockers.
Hmm.
But something with, when you driving on 95, they have those weird lights, those weird purple lights in certain sections. Those purple lights impact my eyes so bad. And I mean a negative way. Like I can't look at purple lights, and even my husband said they bother him. I've had several people that say they don't really like them purple lights. Remember, they tried to tell us maybe about 3 years ago, I think it was like 3 years ago, that those lights were a defect. And that they were turning from the natural yellow that we used to into the purple, which
Ah.
that was, I don't believe that, but that's no here or there. But from driving on the expressway at night with the purple lights and then coming in to the natural light of the house, I literally freaked out because my eyes went blurry. Like when I say blurry, I've never had this before. My blood pressure went high, my sugar, everything was fine. Never had this before. My eyes went blurry and then they went black. And then when I took the glasses off, right? When I took the glasses off, it was showing the same color as what I was looking out with the glasses, which was this neon yellow. And then it finally dissipated. I haven't put those glasses on since.
Hmm.
But it does not do it with my white glasses, which my white glasses are probably about 5 or 6 years old. I ordered the same exact color just for my red glasses.
Hmm.
And they sent this yellow tint.
Hmm.
You see it?
Yeah.
Which looks like Ronald McDonald. So I wasn't gonna wear them anyway, because why'd you send me yellow tint? But that's just something to even think about too. So not only are they changing names in the food. Now they doing something to the lenses. Now, like, when do we take back the control and making sure that we are okay because we put too much power in believing and trusting that somebody else is gonna take care of us?
Mm-hmm.
So with the food situation, you know it tastes like chemical, but you still gonna eat it. With
Mm-mm.
the glasses situation, you're not gonna adjust your eyes because technically you're not supposed to wear glasses all day because your eyes are supposed to naturally adjust.
Mm-hmm.
But because we're told, oh, you're supposed to have those glasses on all day, or your eyes are going to get worse. That's not true. Your eyes learn to adjust, and they actually improve.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well,
so like, when do you start trusting in yourself? That's going back to like we were saying about the intuition. If you knew the bread smelled crazy, why did you ingest it?
mm-mm.
Like, you know how to make bread, why you ain't make no bread? But hell, can you trust the flour? Like, at this point, what do we
This
do?
this is where we are. So now what they're saying about your rice, um, this rice from Asia, the jasmine something rice, and then the rice from California. Anyway, the places not to grow rice, Mississippi. Who else to grow rice? Mississippi, Louisiana, all them southern places that they learn to do grow rice after they pick them cotton fields and stuff. Is
Hmm.
because now they use so much because it sits in water, right? And the water
Uh-huh.
will run off the banks and the rivers that they're sitting close to the power plants in places where the
Hmm.
runoff goes into the water. So now the rice is really, I would say, infected with the runoffs. But they're saying if you insist on continue eating, um, oh, they had the brand rices, then it's best to soak the rice 30 minutes to an hour before you eat it all over. You're better off overnight if you soak it. Or if you don't have time to soak it, do 5 cups of water to whatever you cook, and don't let the water cook into the rice. You pour it off.
Which you're supposed to clean your rice anyway before you cook
Well, most black people do, the ones that know how to cook.
it. Child. Like, okay, what we supposed to do? Because they tell you not to wear perfume, tell you not to do this. Then it's like it's the gimmick because you know everybody is going through this spiritual uplift, this spiritual awakening. So are you telling me all of these things and now impacting the things that I utilize spiritually against me? Or what do I trust? And then this again goes back to intuition because if we listen to ourselves, we know what we're supposed to ingest and not to ingest.
Mhm. Yeah. So I mean that's where we are. And I'm like, well, then the next day there was something else on for weeks. I said, well, wait a minute, how long this been on TV that this all this news that about the products. And this is the other thing I don't trust. Now the scientists and the doctors are coming out of their shell claiming that, oh, they've done something for long, and pharmacists, they've done something for years, and now they're going to bring it to the mainstream. They don't care if they get in trouble. No. After you don't made your money, or you no longer working, can't
Mm-hmm.
find a job, now you want to go online
On
and,
tail. Yep.
and make disclaimers.
Yep. Yep.
I don't trust those people, those same people. I don't trust them
Yep. Yep.
because after you listen to them, then there's something they want to sell you.
Yep.
So I don't know.
I'm
I,
with you.
I, I have a lot of therapy theories, and I think probably I study and read too much. When it goes back to the vitamins, I'm like, is this true or not? So whatever sticks to me. But there was a herbalist um, mm, that my mom used to go to, and she taught her how to check to see if a medication is good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they would have me to do it too, but me, I'm slow, and I couldn't really understand the concept. You put the medication in your hand, and if you can take it from the other hand, then it's no good.
Yeah,
But if you got something in his hand and your hand won't release it, then it's good. So
it's for you.
and that's another. I'm not gonna say it's a conspiracy, but that's a technique I haven't learned well.
It's real because remember your body has certain metals in it.
Right.
And so when there's a mineral deficiency and your body is holding on to it, it's like a magnetic pull that it won't allow. So it's like a positive and negative charge where it won't allow you to release it because it's telling you it needs it.
Mm-hmm.
So that I do know because I actually do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it works. So you have to remember you have all of these electrons and you have all of these neutrons, negative, positive, blah, 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 blah. Well, the medication is the same way. You can also tell if some got metal in it. But some metals you need anyway. But we could play with that offline.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be one of them peoples. It's a little jokey joke. We just playing. We just playing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but because I see we at the hour mark, we can talk afterwards too. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to get on here because I had to think about, like I said, about the gratitude portion. And I just wanted to see if you was feeling the same way because I know from the transition of last year went by so fast and we almost to the middle of this year. It was
Oh,
really like I'm here, but I here? I'm here, but am I here? I feel like I'm living it, but am I living it? And if I am living it, am I truly appreciating it? Am I valuing it? Am I taking the time to really be like have that aha moment and thank
mm-hmm.
you. So with the time speeding up, how do we find the time to ensure, like you said, taking those 3 breaths is important. Forcing yourself, even if you have to set a timer. What was that? The movie Trolls. I don't know if you watched the kid movie Trolls. Remember they set a timer to give hugs.
No, I didn't watch that. But
Okay.
but that what came to me is in order for me to feel like I've done something for the day, I plan 3 tasks to do for the day. And if I get past 3, then that's fine. But at least 3 things, because for me and my anxiety, I'm like, I didn't do anything today. I didn't.
Yeah.
But in actuality, I did, but it wasn't enough for me if I
Mhm.
only did one thing or whatever. But so yeah, in order to feel good, for me to feel good, I set a timer and a list of things before I go to bed. So I will accomplish this tomorrow. And then
Yeah.
when I get up in the morning, I say, okay, what day is it? Because I'm like, I try to make sure what day it is. And it's still, I wake up and I'm like, okay, what day is it? And okay, this is Monday. So do I have an appointment? So I pull my phone up. Okay, we cool. And I just tell the phone to remind me to do this and set me a timer to so if whether I accomplish it or not, but I addressed the issue. I took care of it. Because the time moved by so fast and till you start working on one thing and then I'm like, wow, that time already. I didn't even get a chance to finish my laundry or get the third laundry in, load in before it's time to, just sit
Yeah.
still. So yeah, and I'm just being grateful to get you back on that. Just you get up, gratitude is there. A quick
Yeah.
thank you. I'm so grateful. A quick thank you. Um, and I have Luna.
Oh,
I
Luna.
use Luna sometimes. She's my timer, and she's gotten to where in the morning she try to get because that's our used to be our routine,
Hmm.
and she gets me to where she wants me to just go outside, and she bounce around and keep pushing me, and I'm like, oh, what do you want? And sometimes she just want to go for a ride, but I'll go out and I'll take a deep breath, look and feel the sun, look up and then I'll go around and ground myself and try to get myself back into doing that.
Yes.
So, but I would set myself a timer and a reminder to do it. And because before I realized I haven't sat down in this chair for like 6 hours straight and didn't get up.
Hmm.
So, that's not right. Definitely
Go
not for
right
my brain.
past you. Yeah, and time go right past you.
Right. So, being grateful for just and thankful for many things. Um, just any little thing. Just you're just grateful. Our Heavenly Father is aware and knows from our heart what we carry,
Absolutely.
if we're grateful or not. I think acknowledging it is part of our prize, to acknowledge it, make us feel so we are aware of the gratefulness that we're given. He knows we're grateful. That's how I feel. He knows. He knows the heart.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you don't have no malice trying to, unlive somebody, he knows. He knows our heart. And so it's just a matter. I think you caught yourself
Mm-hmm.
and say, okay, I haven't been doing this. I haven't been doing that. And honestly, I found myself um, liking and doing my meditation, and you know, and being grounded. And I'm like, I didn't even do my breathing exercise today. And then sometimes you just get so caught up in trying to just, okay, I got to get this done. I need to do this. Oh, I'm thinking about what I need to get done. And I
Mm.
sit sometimes just sitting here thinking about what I got to get done and don't even get up.
Yup. That's
So,
true.
so what I ask my guardian angels to do is help me get up. Give me that energy to get up and move about. Go out there and just stand up in the sun.
Right. Don't get
You know,
paralyzed and have imposter syndrome. Just sit
right.
here
And
and
me,
think.
I should have more time because I have cut down quite a bit of the meetings and things that I used to occupy myself with. So yeah, it's been really. I can understand what you're saying, but I don't think you should beat yourself up over it, because I know we have a gracious God, and He give us all the tools we need to keep us up and balanced. So that's
Mm-hmm.
the thing. If anything, just feel that you, because you're not balanced. Okay, I'm gonna get myself in balance with life, and what other things needs to be done. What you need to keep yourself balanced with other things that need to be done around you,
Mm-hmm. That's a
and
strong
be.
word, balance. There we go. There we go, balance. And we're gonna end it with that because we at an hour and 2 minutes. And I think this was so beautiful. We'll
Yeah.
definitely be doing more.
I enjoyed it. Now I won't be able to go to sleep.
Well,
I
I'll be
was.
texting you. Look, I'll be sending you some of my little TikToks because I'll be on there. That's my little laugh for the day.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll send you a couple of TikToks so we can laugh together if you ain't sleep. Because I don't go to sleep till about 1, 2 o'clock.
Okay. I ain't staying up with you that long, but you know when I don't answer you back, I'm gone.
All right, mama.
All right.
I
Have a good
talk to
one.
you soon. You too, love. All right. Did I do it? No. Oh no.
Nope. How you stopping?